Andres, imagine knowing exactly where a tsunami was going to hit and exactly where a gold mine was going to be discovered on the same map in the same year. That is Miami in 2026.
Well, just imagine that, Raul. It's going to be crazy because we're facing a convergence of two massive forces. One, which is the regulatory apocalypse called the so-called Condo Cliff, which is
Mhm.
driven by the SIRS, and it mandates a deadline of December 31st, 2025. We are literally hours away from that to
Yeah,
happen, Raul.
there's a couple of days. And the other one, Andres, is the infrastructure renaissance anchored by the opening of Miami Freedom Park in April 2026.
Hmm. When one, unfortunately, will destroy wealth for the unprepared, Raul. The other
Mhm.
one will create wealth for the strategic players.
Yes, if you're buying a condo in Miami without understanding these two forces, you are not investing, you are gambling.
Yep.
In
Yeah.
this video, we are going to walk through the vulture strategy for distressed condos in the Freedom Park play for massive appreciation.
That's a really good term. Very aggressive, Raul. Vultures. Yes, this is
Mhm.
for you, for a vulture who's looking for who has a target in mind and is literally looking for an opportunity. Let's deal with the danger first, Raul. The deadline, it's hours away because we have a December 31st deadline, and every
Mhm.
condo association in Florida, 3 stories or higher, must have completed a structure integrity reserve study, or the SIRS.
Well, everything that sounds IRS is scary. And starting with the 2026 budget, they cannot waive reserves for critical components like roof,
Yep.
plumbing, and electrical.
Yeah. This is a game changer, Raul. And for decades, associations kept the homeowners association or HOA fees low by ignoring the future. Now the bill has come due, Raul.
Mhm.
This
Yeah.
creates a, let's say, bifurcated market, solvent asset versus a toxic asset.
Okay, let's talk about that, Andres, because the what we call the toxic asset is are those 40 years old building
Hmm.
on the coast that has zero reserves. In
Yeah.
2026, those owners are going to get hit with a special assessment around, Andres, 50,000, 80,000, maybe 100,000,
And
and
more.
or more. You never know. You never know if you're not in the game. Many of these owners are retirees on fixed incomes.
Yeah.
They cannot pay. They will panic sell.
Definitely, Raul. And this creates what you said, a vulture strategy. If you have, let's say, Raul, cash liquidity, you can definitely swoop in. You can find the desperate seller in the prime location. You buy the unit, hopefully at a discount, even if it's 20, 25, 30, 40%, who knows? You pay the
Mhm.
assessment. But why, Raul?
Okay, because the dirty underneath that building is invaluable. The location hasn't changed. The views hasn't changed. Only the balance sheet has changed. Once you fix the balance sheet, you have a trophy asset.
Well, yeah, dirt. You said it. That's the value of everything. Dirt, and,
Mhm, the
and
dirt.
now and now we have to talk about the, let's say, the exemption trap. You
Okay.
need to know about the loophole.
Yeah. The milestone inspection exception. Some buildings can pass their SIRS funding for 2 years if they are doing a milestone inspection.
Right.
This is a trap for the less lazy investor.
Yeah.
You might look at the building in 2026 and say, oh, the HOF fees are low. They
Yeah.
look solvent, but they are just passing the pain. The pain comes back in 2028. So you are just pausing for 3 years. This is where you need a forensic due diligence. You
Yeah.
aren't buying a condo, you're buying a corporation.
That's true, Raul. And let's talk about this infrastructure catalyst because Freedom Park now, let's talk about that gold mine, right?
Hmm.
Where is the new value at this moment? And we're putting this name on the map because it's worth to talk about the Freedom Park. Comes April of 2026,
Mark that date.
supposedly they're going to open the park.
Yeah, that's correct. This is a 131 acres, a 25,000 seat stadium, the largest public park in Miami. Half a million square feet in retail. This
Wow.
changed the map, Andres. Specifically, it changed the Blue Lagoon and Grapeland Heights neighborhoods.
Yeah. And historically, Blue Lagoon was an office park, or still an office park. And
Mhm.
it was a place you drove past to go to the airport. And in 2026, Raul, it's becoming a destination. It becomes, let's say, a lifestyle hub. We're looking at an older residential inventory, right? Blue Lagoon
Mhm.
condominiums, which are selling for, let's say, $350,000 to almost $500,000 for two-bedroom units,
Wow,
and that
that's
it's
crazy.
completely undervalued compared to the rest of Miami.
Yeah. The strategy here is value add. You buy
Hmm.
the older unit, you renovate the kitchen, you put a new floor, and
Yeah,
suddenly you have a premium rental unit walking distance to the most exciting entertainment district in the city.
yeah,
The rental demand will come from workforces, housing for the stadium, and retail, and from short-term rentals overflow were allowed for match days. This is an arbitrage. You are buying yesterday's prices for tomorrow's neighborhood.
yeah. And if we go to Edgewater, Raul, we're going to talk about density for for defense because there is one more, let's say, vector, Edgewater, which
Mhm,
is conducting and right now let's call it an urban experiment.
mhm.
Density for defense. The city is telling developers, we will let you build double the density if you pay into the resilience trust fund. And that roughly, Raul, that's what, $35,000 per extra unit going straight into elevating streets, building seawalls, and improving drainage, which is pretty cool.
Yes, it is. So when you're investing in Edgewater in 2026, you aren't just buying a high-rise view, you are buying into the most climate resilient infrastructure in the city. We are
Mhm.
seeing projects like Villa Miami, which is, I love it, and the new Bay Walk extension transform the area into a walkable 45 waterfront. It's not just getting taller, it's getting stronger, Andres.
Yeah, yeah, you have a choice in this 2026, Raul. You can be definitely the victim of the Condo Cliff buying into a building that is about to explode with assessments, or you can be the strategic investor, the one who buys the distress, the one who buys Blue Lagoon before April 4th, the one who really bets on Edgewater resilience.
Yep, the market is moving fast. The anomaly is here. Do not sit on the sidelines.
So, yeah, definitely don't wait. If you have any questions, remember to subscribe to Miami Real Group and to share all our videos with your friends and family.